Good evening. After listening to today's gospel, the question that comes to my mind is, what is going on? What is Jesus saying? Do not love your father or mother more than me. Do not love your son or daughter more than me. Our families are the most important thing we have. Don't you agree? We are loved and nurtured by our family. We celebrate and learn about our traditions with family. We laugh and weep in our families. Our family is our refuge and our stability. We have to learn to appreciate the gift of our families, especially during this pandemic. Sometimes, for some of us, we have not been able to visit our family because of the fear of spreading the virus. Or we had to wait until next year to visit my family. We just have to conform ourselves to a phone call instead of a hug or kiss. We may be feeling homesick because of our desire to be home with our loved ones and not being able. So is Jesus telling us not to love our parents and children? This seems very hard. Today's gospel concludes Jesus' great missionary discourse in which he instructs his disciples. This is one of those gospels that is very challenging for all of us. Jesus is giving us a command as to how our relationships should be. He is saying that we need to love him first, and then we should love our father, mother, son, and daughter. I say this is challenging because at times we could love our family first and then Jesus. If we think about it, what is the first worry we have in the morning? How's my family? Or how can I love God more? I would say that if we are honest, most of the time our worry is about our family, or work, or study, rather than loving God more. But Jesus does not want to be harsh. What he is indicating is that the best way we can love our family more is by loving God first. If we love God first, by inviting him every day into our lives, by recognizing our lack of charity, our impulses, our judgments, we will be able to love our family in another dimension, in the dimension of the love of Jesus. As you all are aware, we are not perfect. I hope you know that. As we say that, we know that even the person that we trust the most could fail us. If we know this, should we trust anyone? I believe that if we do not trust, then we can become people who live in fear. However, Jesus is saying, do not love your family more than me. He is saying, trust me first. Place your heart in me first. Let me love you first. Only if I love you first, you will be able to love, even to the point of dying to yourself, to stop living for yourselves alone, to die to your expectations, your judgments, your resentments, your fears, and becoming more generous and hospitable to each other. The Eucharist is a celebration of thanksgiving. Jesus dies on the cross and gives his body and blood as our spiritual nourishment. He loves first, so we can love him in return. As we continue this Eucharist, I invite you to recognize that we need to love Jesus first. Only by loving Jesus first, we will be able to love our family more. This leads us to understand them more, to forgive them more, to appreciate the gift of a phone call or a simple drive-by during this time of pandemic. The questions we should ask ourselves today are, do I love Jesus first? Am I living my life at the expense of others? Am I trying to live in solidarity with others? Am I aware of people in my area who are in real need? In the words of Mother Teresa, the gospel is written on our fingers. So holding up her fingers one at a time, she pronounced each word. You did it to me. Mother Teresa then added, at the end of your life, your 5 fingers will either excuse you or accuse you or doing it unto the least of these. If you and I have difficulty loving Jesus first, let us ask him with humility, Jesus, you know what is best for me. My father, mother, son, daughter, relatives, and friends belong to you. Help me to love them with sincere love. Help me to love you first, and with pure love, love my family and friends. By loving you, I can love the other with generosity and hospitality. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.